here we go again. It is raining at the moment. The rain is pouring down on my studio roof. Fortunately, I am safe and dry, tucked away in my safe little corner. Hi everybody, here we go. We are back together again. Yes, it is a wet day. You can see there are some pigeons in the distance trying their best to stay dry. Well, it looks as if they've given up, to be honest with you. This is English Addict coming to you live from the birthplace of the English language, of course. We all know where it is. I know where it is. You know where it is. We all know. Come on, Mr. Duncan, get on with it. Stop messing about.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are having fun today, I hope, anyway. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you feeling happy? Do you have one of these lovely things on your face at the moment? I hope you do. In case you don't, there is no need to worry, because I will try my best to leave one of these underneath your nose over the next hour. Here we go again. English Addict. I am Mr. Duncan. I'm pretty sure of it. When I woke up this morning, I had a few moments where I could not remember my name. Fortunately, I have this little button here to remind me who I am. I hope you are having a good weekend. A lot of people think I'm just saying that, but in fact, I mean it. There is a reason for that, because I do care about my viewers. I care so much about you. I would like to meet you. I want to meet you face to face. Is it okay? Do you mind? Because I am, once again, arranging the big rendezvous, and this year, because it is my 20th year on YouTube, I am hoping to get a lovely big crowd meeting together. So we will be having the rendezvous. It is a big special celebration this year because I have been doing this for 20 years. I will give you the details right now. Here we go. This is what is happening for those who are wondering. This is the big unveiling of my rendezvous, which this year is in London. We are going to meet in London this year. So if you are watching me in the UK, and I know a lot of people have complained in the past saying, Mr. Duncan, why don't you have your rendezvous in England? So this year, as a way of celebrating my 20th anniversary, we will be meeting up in London. There will be a special live stream on the 31st of May. So that is when the rendezvous will take place. However, I will also be in London over the weekend as well. So if you can't make it on Sunday, perhaps you can make it on Saturday instead. But the main event will be on Sunday, the 31st of May, 2026. That is the day when it all happens. We have the big English Addict rendezvous. So there is plenty of time for you to make your arrangements. I already know that we have a few people who are coming. Definitely. They have said, Mr. Duncan, we are coming. So if you would like to be part of that lovely group meeting up with the English Addict rendezvous this year, it is taking place in London on Sunday the 31st of May 2026, and I hope to see you there. it would be very, very nice if you could make it on that particular date. So I think London is a good place to stay for two reasons. One, wherever you are in the country, London is easy to get to. So if you are actually in the United Kingdom, it will be very easy to come to London and meet up. Hopefully you will have the chance to do that. And even if you are not in England, maybe you are somewhere else in the world, perhaps you can hop on an aeroplane and come and see us all. So this year we will be meeting up in London. The other reason why London is good is because there are lots of places to stay. All types of accommodation exist in London. So there are many different hotels, many different types of accommodation for you to choose from. So there is no reason to say, I'm sorry, Mr. Duncan, I can't come. Please, if you can, come down, have fun. You can meet me. Now, that might be a reason for not coming, to be honest with you, but you can meet up with myself and Mr. Steve as well. And of course, all the other English addicts as well. So if you would like to meet up the 31st of May, we will be meeting up and of course having our live stream as well on that day. Or of course the day before, if you want to meet up. If you are in London at that time, we can always arrange to meet up. If you have the chance to do it, it would be great to see you. So once again, I will put it on the screen. The English Addict Rendezvous taking place this year in London on Sunday the 31st of May. If you would like to meet up, then you are more than welcome to do so. I hope you can come. I really do. It would be amazing to see you. Today we have lots of things to talk about. We have the live chat as well. A big hello to all those who are sitting right now watching this live. Not everyone can do this. It looks easy. A lot of people say to me, Mr. Duncan, it looks easy to do this. I can tell you now, it is not. It can sometimes be very stressful. However, it is also lots of fun as well. We are talking about music today. Music. We are also talking about China. Because China has been in the news this week. And there is a big connection taking place. A big connection between the UK and China. Which is very, very... well, it's a very hot topic. That's all I'm going to say. So we do have a lot of things to look at. We are looking at words. We are also looking at superfood. Are you a person who believes in superfood? Now, I'm not sure myself. I am not a nutritionist. But the problem is nowadays you get so much information about good things to eat and bad things that you should avoid. It can get very confusing. So we are looking at that a little bit later on. And it is back. Today we will be playing Guess the Picture Idiom. That is also coming up. So lots and lots of things to come today on English Addict. I hope you will stay with me. We do have the live chat, as I just mentioned. Oh, very nice. We have Vitas. Guess what? You are first. Did you like that? It was in slow motion. There is nothing wrong with your computer. It is just me being very silly. So hello to Vitas, you are first. Beatrice is in second place. Hello Beatrice, nice to see you back as well. Claudio, hello Claudio, you were first last week, but this week you are not, unfortunately. Maybe next week. Hello Barry, hello Paco, hello Ruby. Ruby VIP. Oh, does that mean you're an important person? Are you a VIP? I wonder what it must feel like. I wonder how it feels to be a VIP. You see this quite often. You see celebrities or very influential people. They are driven around in a beautiful, luxurious car. All of the doors are opened for them. They never have to cook their own food. They get all of the best places, all of the most luxurious hotels to stay at. It must be amazing to be a VIP. Claudia is here. Hello to Claudia. It is nice to see you here today. I suppose I should ask, Claudia, you know what's coming, Claudia. You know what I'm going to say. Well, I suppose I won't say it, but someone else will sing it for me.
What's cooking, Claudia? What have you got in your pot? What's cooking, Claudia? Is it something spicy and hot? Is it something salty or not? Oh, Claudia, what is in your pot?
Come on, Claudia. Tell us. Do not keep us guessing. What is in your pot today? Let us know. On the live chat, we have a lot of people here today joining in. We have the Bisico. Hello, Bisico. Bisico says something very interesting on the live chat. Mr. Duncan, it is a very good idea to meet up in London. So that is where we will be meeting this year with the English Addict Rendezvous. The 31st of May is when we will be doing the live stream. So London is a very good idea, Mr. Duncan. Thank you very much. I wanted to choose a place that many people could get to because I do have a lot of people watching here in the UK. So this year I've decided to do something a little bit different. Maruts Zroka. I will try my best to visit London to meet you. Wouldn't that be amazing? It would be lovely to see you. Hello, Christina Bourne. Oh, yes, you see. Talking about food. We will be discussing food a little bit later on. Today, Claudia is making something cold. Salad. Now, I would imagine at the moment where you are in Argentina, it will be very hot. So you will be eating cold food, food that is not hot and does not need to be cooked. Tuna salad with tomato, lettuce, eggs and carrots. That sounds very healthy indeed. That's all I can say. We also have, who else is here? Fernando. Hello, Fernando. It is nice to have your company as well. Oh, guess who else is here today? You know what I'm going to do next. A big special hello to the one, the only, Luis Mendez is here today. Hello, Luis. Nice to see you back as well on the live chat. Maybe we can see you at the rendezvous in London, but of course, we might be seeing you before then or later than then, sometime this year, because you have a very big year this year. It is a big year for Lewis. That is all I'm saying. We also have Antonio. Hello, Antonio. Nice to see you here as well. Who else is here? I don't want to miss anyone out. I always feel guilty. Do you know what happens? Normally I watch this later. And if I realise that I've missed anyone out, I always feel a little upset, to be honest, because I don't want to forget any of you. You all mean so much to me because you are willing to come here and join me on the live stream. So I always like to include everyone. Hello from India, Utkarshan. Utkarshan. Can I call you that? Is it okay? Watching at the moment in India. Cecilia is here as well. Hello, Cecilia. It is very nice to see you here as well. Have you watched any of my videos? Have you watched me on TikTok? Because a couple of weeks ago, I decided to create my own TikTok account. All I can say is TikTok is a very different place from YouTube. The whole environment on TikTok is very different from this, especially with live streams. Now, it is unlikely that I will do live streams on TikTok, but I will post videos on there. My main home, this is the place I call home. This is the place that I've been living in for 20 years on your screen. 20 years. And that is the reason why we are celebrating this year with the big rendezvous in London. If you want to see me in London, meet up. Face to face. Wow. You have the chance to do it. You have the chance to do it. It is no problem. I was watching a very interesting TV show last night, an old show from many, many years ago, from the late 1980s, and there was a song featured on this particular programme, and it was a song that I haven't heard for a long time, and it made me think in my mind about songs that perhaps you haven't heard for a long time, something that you remember perhaps from your childhood, a song you love but have not heard for a long time. So I will tell you all about the song that I heard yesterday, and it really did make me feel quite emotional. I'm not going to lie to you. It almost brought a tear to my eye. The song is a song that was a very big hit in the late 1980s with a guy called Phil Collins, who of course used to be in the rock group or progressive rock group, depending on how you look at it, Genesis. The song Another Day in Paradise. And I haven't heard that song for such a long time. And I was struck. I really did feel the song, almost as if I was listening to it for the first time. So it is strange when you hear a piece of music or a song that you remember from your past, but you haven't heard it for a long time. And that particular song is a very good song. It's a beautiful song. Another Day in Paradise. I suppose the song is really talking about or discussing or expressing the feeling of being lucky. if you are in a place, if you live in a place where your life is not too bad, maybe there are problems, but you have to realise sometimes there are people who have nothing. They have nowhere to eat, nothing to eat, no money. So if you have those things, you might say that you are spending another day in paradise because you are lucky. You have those things. So I have to say, I love music, and sometimes you hear a piece of music that you haven't heard for a long time. Phil Collins, Another Day in Paradise. I think it is a lovely piece of music. What about you? Is there any music? Maybe not English music. It can be anything. Perhaps a piece of music you haven't heard for a long time. So I think my example is an interesting example because the music that I was talking about was played a lot on the radio. But then for many years I didn't hear it. So hearing it yesterday really made me feel emotional because it is something I haven't experienced for a long time. And I think that happens sometimes. It happens. Something that is not there, something that is not around, you almost forget about. It's a little bit like an old friend. If you meet an old friend from years ago, maybe a person that you lost touch with, but now you know them again and you meet them. It's a very similar feeling. It's almost as if you are meeting them for the first time again. I do like that feeling. I love that feeling. She calls out to the man on the street, "Sir, can you help me? It's cold and I've nowhere to sleep. Is there somewhere you can help me? Don't think twice, because it's another day for you and me in paradise." I have to be careful because I might get a copyright strike from YouTube, so I can't do that for very long, unfortunately. Claudia loves 80s music. Well, I have to say, I don't know about you, but I grew up in the late 1970s and into the 1980s. So those were my formative years, I would say. So I do remember music from the 1970s, but the music that always makes me feel happy or nostalgic is music from the 1980s, and there is nothing I can do about it. Nostalgia is a very interesting thing because it is seen as a psychological thing. A person who yearns for the past. To be nostalgic is something that happens in your brain. Sometimes you have no control over it. So nostalgia is actually a deep-seated emotion that occurs when you really want to remember something, or maybe you remember something that you don't. You can remember something that you've already forgotten. It is true. Little memories from the past can suddenly spring up in your head, leading to the feeling of nostalgia. I think so. Marcia says, I really like Phil Collins and also progressive rock in general. Pink Floyd is another group I really like. I have to say, of all the music, I think progressive rock is one of those types of music that only certain people like. But there are a lot of people who do like it. In fact, can I tell you something now? one of my friends is a radio presenter on a progressive rock radio station. Oh, Mr. Duncan. So if I remember, I will give you the link to that. Is that okay? Just in case you are interested in that sort of music. RK Vlogs. Hello to RK Vlogs. Hello, sir. I am new here. You are very welcome. Welcome to my live stream. It is a fun and exciting place to be. Every Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time. Who else is here today? Oh, okay. I don't want to forget anyone. Hello, Milad. Milad Climb. Hello to you as well. Thank you very much. I hope you are having a good time today on the live stream. Saturino says the team has lots of... Oh, I think that's something to do with football. Thank you, Saturino. If you are talking about football, please don't involve me because I know nothing about football. I know nothing. I know nothing about football. That's all I can say about that. China. Mr. Duncan, what about China? China is in the news at the moment. I don't know if you've heard, but the UK and China have been in negotiations to come up with some ideas to strengthen their friendship. So the friendship between this country, the United Kingdom, and China, which of course is a very interesting situation because over the years the relationship between the UK and China has changed from being distant to being close to gradually being distant again. However, last week a lot of very interesting deals were struck. To strike a deal is to come up with an agreement. You strike a deal normally between two people or two groups. So the interesting thing, one of the most interesting things that came up last week, they are now going to allow people to visit China without a visa. That might not sound like a big thing, but all I can say, because of course I did live in China for many years, and I know that China does not like people going there unless they know everything about them. So this is a big step, I have to say. So a person will be able to go to China to visit without having to apply for a visa. And they have 30 days, which is a long time, I think. It's quite a long time. So we are at the moment trying to fix the distance between the relationships, those important, I suppose you would call them friendship or relationships or things that join two groups of people together, especially when it comes to things like trade, money, an exchange, some sort of exchange of ideas or favours. And of course, another big thing is the opening, I think it's around about 2 or 3 years from now, a huge embassy in the centre of London. Now, it used to be the place where all of the coins were made, all of the money was made. But now it has been bought by the Chinese government and they are going to convert it into a huge embassy. I think it's going to be one of the largest embassies in the world. So all of this has been going on over the past couple of weeks. So a lot of trade deals have been discussed and agreed on by the UK and China, which I have to say is a very interesting development, because for many years China has not allowed people to go there without some sort of check, some sort of visa. Normally you have to give lots and lots of information about yourself before you can get a visa. And it's even harder if you want to work there. If you want to work in China, all I can say, it's very difficult to get a visa. Even many years ago when I was living in China, the arrangement with the visa was very hard, very difficult. It was hard. Mr. Duncan, the world is like that first when you are interested. Yes, there are a lot of politics involved in that situation, which of course I'm not going to get into. We try not to discuss politics too much here on English Addict. So we won't be talking very much about that because I want to keep my viewers, you see, that's why. Lots of things coming up today. Telephone numbers. Do you have a telephone number? Can you imagine if you are a famous person? Think about this for a moment. You are a famous person and you allow people to know your telephone number. Doesn't that sound strange? But there was one person, a famous person, who used to have their telephone number in the local directory, and people used to call that particular person. I wonder if you can guess who it was. A very famous person, a movie star, and he actually gave his phone number out publicly. Being famous and letting people know your phone number, to me, is quite a strange thing indeed. We have a lot of things to talk about. We are looking at superfoods. Is there a food that you like to eat because you believe it has some sort of property, some sort of thing that will help you to stay healthy? We will be talking about that in a few moments from now. And we have the game that everyone loves to play. If you want to play, you can. Later on, we will be playing Guess the Picture Idiom. All of that coming up right after this.
a big boy now.
English Addict is with you today. I hope you are having a super duper Sunday.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
Have fun. Have fun. Have fun. Life is short. We should all have a little bit of fun now and again, don't you think? Do you agree with me? Do you think it's a good idea to have fun? Because the world sometimes can seem a little gloomy, a little negative. Sometimes you have to have some fun. So come on. Go outside, run around in the rain. Feel the energy of being alive. It's quite nice, actually. It's not too bad. Please, Mr. Duncan, can you show the easy idioms that we can guess? Maybe today, perhaps today, the idioms will be easy. I don't know really, because I'm not there. I'm here. But I will try my best to make them easy if I can. I will try my best. Today we are looking at some interesting subjects. I like to look at words from the English language. There are many words in the English language. Here is a word that we often use in English when we are talking about how well something matches or goes with another thing. The word in question is apt. It seems like a very strange word. It doesn't seem real, but it is a real word in the English language. The word apt can be used as an adjective, something that is suitable for the circumstance or purpose, something that is appropriate, can be described as being apt. Two things go together very well. One thing can be described as being apt for another thing. Something is suitable for the circumstance, the use, the function, maybe a tool, maybe a type of device, something that is apt for your task. So there are many ways of using that particular word. Having the ability to learn and understand easily. Clever. For example, an apt student. A person who has that ability, perhaps a natural ability. They are described as being apt in that particular area. They are suitable for that subject. We can also use the word apt as an abbreviation, as the short form of the word apartment. An apartment, a house on many levels with lots of other houses joined to them, often described as an apartment. We can also use APT, apt, as an abbreviation of that word. For example, in writing. So remember, this is normally in writing. We will abbreviate the word apartment. So you can see here what this actually says is the apartment will become available next week. But you can see they have used the abbreviation of apartment. So it is often used as an abbreviation of the word apartment. The word apt can also be used to mean likely, something that is likely to happen, something that might be a person's habit, something you are well known for doing. You are apt. A person might be apt to telling lies. They are likely to do it. So as you can see, even though this word looks very simple and basic, it has many meanings, many interesting meanings and uses. And of course, there are many words in the English language. I hope my English lessons are apt for your learning needs. That is all I can say about that. English Addict is with you today. We are looking at a lot of things today. We are getting through lots of subjects. If you are feeling confused by this, don't worry, because you can watch this again with lots of captions later on. So later on you will be able to watch this again with lovely captions. And the amazing thing is, later you can have the captions in your own language later on. So you can watch this again as many times as you like. Passports. A lot of people are talking about passports. And this is all relating to the news last week that China is dropping the requirement for people visiting from the United Kingdom to have a visa. Amazing. Very big news. I only have one passport, and that is my United Kingdom passport. Of course, it used to be the European Union passport, but not anymore. I will not get into why that is the case, but you know what I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure. We've had a lot to talk about today. We've been looking at music, China, the weather, because it's raining outside. And guess what? It's going to rain all of next week as well. I can't believe that we've had so much rain over the past few days. English Addict is with you every Sunday. Don't forget, every Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time is when you can catch me right here.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
Having some fun today. Do you want the cows again? I have a feeling you don't. You don't want the cows again, do you? No, I didn't think so. Today we are looking at superfoods. Do you believe that there is such a thing as superfoods? I'm not sure if I do. And the reason is because quite often they change the superfoods. Sometimes they will say a certain type of food is healthy for you, and then a few weeks later they will say the opposite. They will say that something is not healthy for you. Yesterday I read a very interesting article on the internet about unhealthy food. Apparently, is this true? Apparently one of the worst types of food you can eat at the moment are crumpets. Those lovely things that you have for breakfast with a little bit of butter on top. Apparently crumpets are now one of the worst things you can eat, according to a recent study. But there are many types of what people call superfoods. So you can see here I'm putting quotation marks. Can I just do that right? So quotation marks, there we go. So my quotation here. So this is what other people believe, that certain types of food have special qualities or properties. For example, we have a type of food that I can't eat. There is a reason why I can't eat this food. I can't eat this food because I have a reaction to it. So if I eat this, I have a terrible reaction to it. My throat will normally close up and I will find it difficult to breathe. But apparently avocados are very good for you. They are one of the superfoods. Mr. Steve loves eating this particular type of fruit. He loves it. Is it a fruit or is it a vegetable? I think this is a vegetable, isn't it? Is it a vegetable, the avocado? Some people say it's a fruit. Who is right? I wonder who is actually right. Avocados are often referred to as having lots of useful vitamins, and I think they contain a lot of certain types of fat as well. They are very high in fat. Then we have, now this is something a lot of people like to eat, especially when they are having yogurt or porridge. Blueberries, another type of food that a lot of people say is a superfood. And this is something else that Mr. Steve has every day in his porridge. Superfoods. And then, of course, we have the good old-fashioned broccoli. Now, apparently, this is the most healthy food you can eat. It is top of the list, apparently. Not according to me, because I'm not a nutritionist. I am just a person who looks at the internet sometimes and reads articles about food, because I am interested in food. And apparently, the latest study has revealed that broccoli, can you believe it? Broccoli is the most healthy food you can eat. The most healthy of all the foods. It has lots of very interesting types of vitamins and certain things that you can't find in other food. Here's another one. Now this, I remember many years ago, this particular type of food was classed as a miracle worker. It was supposed to be something that could prevent many different types of illness. Cranberries. I can tell you something about cranberries. I often have this at Christmas time with my Christmas meal. So whenever I have my Christmas meal, I always have some cranberry sauce. It is a type of sauce and it has cranberries in them. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very sweet and tasty. Here is another one, a type of fruit. I think this is also a fruit as well. The pomegranate. I think this is one of the worst types of fruit to try and eat. It is almost impossible to eat that, because what you have inside are tiny little pieces of fruit that you have to eat carefully. I remember as a child my parents would sometimes buy pomegranates and bring them home, and then they would cut them in half and they would give you a tiny pin, to pick the small pieces of fruit from inside the pomegranate. So I have to say, I think this particular type of food, it might have a lot of properties. It might be something that people believe has certain healthy properties that can help you. It's just very awkward to eat. And of course, nowadays, a lot of people like to drink pomegranate juice. They believe it is good for them. Finally, and this is another type of superfood that I remember as a child being told that it is good for you. Spinach. Spinach, I have to say, I like spinach. I think spinach is a lovely type of leaf that can go in all sorts of food. You can have it with a salad. You can have it in pasta. If you have a pasta meal, you can put some spinach inside the meal. You can mix it in, and it does go together very well. So these are often classed as types of superfood. However, what I've noticed with certain types of food is sometimes they become popular and then they slowly fade away and something else takes its place. So the big vegetable that everyone is talking about at the moment, it is broccoli. Broccoli is now, once again, at the top of the list of superfoods. The only problem is not many people like this. They hate broccoli. And I've always noticed that certain types of food that are good for you also quite often taste horrible. And I think broccoli is definitely one of them. What about you? Do you ever buy superfoods because you feel as if it is a certain healthy type of food? Mr. Steve is a little bit obsessed with superfoods. Blackberries, blueberries, avocados, kiwi. Mr. Steve loves kiwi in his porridge and with his yogurt. So there are many different types of superfood around that people believe. They believe that they have very powerful properties that can help you stay healthy. As you know, if you know me very well, you will know that I love chocolate, which is great because I was reading yesterday in the news that apparently yesterday was Hot Chocolate Day yesterday. Every year on the 31st of January, people around the world celebrate Hot Chocolate Day. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't even realise there was such a thing as Hot Chocolate Day. But apparently there is. And a lot of people were celebrating it yesterday. I didn't celebrate yesterday because I didn't realise it was a real thing until this morning. So next year, I promise I will try my best to remember the celebration of what I consider to be one of the most delicious types of food in the world, and that is chocolate. I absolutely love chocolate so much. I can't get enough of it, if I was honest with you. having some fun today as we approach 3 p.m. here in the UK. It is time to play the game. By the way, the answer from earlier on was Stan Laurel. He used to have his phone number in the local phone directory. It was listed, and people used to phone him up and say, hello, is that Stan Laurel? Hello, are you okay? Isn't that amazing? So if you are famous, I don't think, personally, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a very good idea to give your phone number out, because you might get lots and lots of strange telephone calls. That is all I've got to say about that. Here we go then. Everyone is asking, Mr. Duncan, when are we going to play the game? When are we going to play Guess the Picture Idiom? Well, guess what? We're going to play it right now. You know the rules of this game. The rules of the game are very simple. I will show you a well-known phrase in the English language. All you have to do is guess what the phrase is. It will be a picture, something that shows what the expression or the phrase is. If you've never played before, well, I will give you, I think I will give you an easy one to start with. So I think this one is very easy, which normally means it's not. But I try to make them easy. Honestly, I do. I try my best to make them easy. Here we go then. Here is the first one. Today's Guess the Picture Idiom. Here it comes. Oh. Now I always say, my advice, I always say, it is good if you look at the picture and just say what you see. Say what you see. This is a well-known expression in English to describe the action of doing something that might be risky. It might be dangerous. It might be putting yourself at risk. Something you are doing that might cause a problem for yourself. Maybe you are gambling at a casino and you are winning a lot of money, but then you decide to put all of your money back on the table because you hope that you will win some more. You are hoping to win more money. So here it is. What is the mystery idiom? I don't think this is too difficult. I think this is a very common expression that we use in English. And if you don't know the answer, it's okay. It doesn't matter, because I will tell you the answer. I will give it to you. And then you will have a new expression. So this game can help in many ways. It can help you to remember phrases. It can also help you to learn new phrases as well. We have some answers coming through. Oh. Yes. So think for a moment. This particular thing also has a certain superstition added to it. Interesting. I will give you the answer in a moment. if you are ready for it. I don't mind giving the answer straight away. It is a man and he is pushing. But what is he pushing? This particular thing is often used as a symbol. Borasol. You are very close. You are very close. Borasol. Well done. You are very close. You are near to the answer. Not quite, but you are very close. Here it is then. I will give you the answer because I think this might be a little hard for some of you, but it doesn't matter. It is all part of the learning process. That's what I say. The answer is push your luck. A person will push their luck. And the reason why I have a horseshoe, the horseshoe here, quite often we use the horseshoe as a symbol of good luck. It is a type of superstition. A lot of people will have a horseshoe hanging by their front door outside the house because it wants to bring good luck into the house. So to push your luck is an expression we often use in English. You might take unnecessary risks or put yourself at risk. You are pushing your luck. You are doing something that might eventually be harmful. I used the story of the man who goes to the casino, he gambles his money, and then he wins some money, but then he puts that money back on the table. We can say that that man is pushing his luck. He will probably lose all of his money, unfortunately. All of his money will go because he was pushing his luck. It is an expression we often use in English. Here's another one. I hope this is easy or else I'm going to get into such a lot of trouble. Here is the next mystery idiom. That looks like the top of my head at the moment. It does. It looks like the top of my head right now under this hat. This is a well-known expression in the English language. Again, all you have to do is say what you see. So this relates to the action of finding the small details of something and focusing on those small details too much. A person might be doing that. It can be a very annoying action. So maybe you are saying something or you are trying to make an argument against something and the other person uses very small, insignificant things to try and argue with you. Small things. A person who is always interested in small details, tiny details. So this is a great expression. Mr. Duncan, your game sounds like a rebus game. Really? Well, I like to think that this is my idea. This is my idea. I came up with this idea. It's mine. It's original. Yes, this one is a very strange phrase because it can be used in certain situations when a person is being too fussy, or they are going into too much detail about something. And we often use this particular phrase to describe it. Maurizio has given a very good guess. I think so. Very good. So a person who is too fussy, they always worry about the details. They are trying to make an argument by using small points, small details. The answer to this one, I think this is a very interesting one actually. The answer is split hairs. A person who splits hairs is a person who quite often will go into a lot of detail or fuss or pick problems over small insignificant things or details. A person is splitting hairs. That type of behaviour can be very annoying for some people. We do not like fussy people. We do not like people who try to find small details. They try to use those small things in their argument to fuss or pick problems over small, insignificant things or details. We can say that a person splits hairs. To split hairs is to go into very great detail over something. A person who does that can be very annoying. Someone who is being too fussy can be described as splitting hairs. We have time for one more. One more before we go. Okay, one more. Picture idiom coming up right now. Oh, no, I think this is an easy one. This might be the easiest picture idiom ever. So if there is someone out there who says, Mr. Duncan, that one is very easy, type your answer on the screen. Come on, don't keep me waiting. Don't keep me waiting. This is a phrase that we often use when we are trying to reassure another person that things will get better in the future. Don't worry. In fact, I remember during the pandemic when I was doing my daily live streams, I would often use this particular phrase. I would say this normally at the end of my live streams. So this is a common phrase that we use as a way of reassuring someone. If you want to reassure someone, you say something to make them feel better. A person who is worried, nervous about something, maybe they are having a difficult situation in their life, you can always say that things will get better. There is something ahead, something positive in the future waiting for you. Yes, you are right. Beatrice, you are right. I used to say this every day during the pandemic when I was doing my special live streams every day during the terrible situation that was happening around the world. Do you remember that? Can you believe it is over 6 years ago now? 6 years since the pandemic started. I can't believe how fast time has gone by. So this is something I used to say at the end of my live streams. I used to say, don't worry. and then I would use this expression. Christina. Yes, it does mean hope. Milad. Yes, it does mean hope. Scribble. Hello, Scribble Pebble. I am intrigued by your name. Very interesting. Flower is here as well. Thank you for your guess. Very good answer. Also we have Olga as well. And also I have someone who I think that is Chinese on the screen. Your name is Chinese. So perhaps you are in China. Are you? Please let me know. Marcia says I have to go. Guess what? I will be going soon as well, as soon as I have given you the answer to this particular picture idiom. The answer is... Congratulations, because a lot of you got it right. Light at the end of the tunnel. There is light at the end of the tunnel. We often use this as a way of reassuring someone that a problem or a difficult situation will end at some point. The end of a difficult situation, the conclusion of a bad thing. You can see there is something approaching in the distance. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And this is something I used to say every day at the end of my live streams during the horrible pandemic. I used to say it every day. Do not worry, do not fear. There is light at the end of the tunnel. All things that are bad, all things that are difficult will, at some point, come to an end, the conclusion of a difficult situation. Remember, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you very much for your company today. I've been with you for 1 hour and 17 minutes. I will, of course, be back with you next Sunday. Next Sunday, we are live once more, and I will put it on the screen once more. Don't forget, we are meeting up live Sunday, the 31st of May in London. The English Addict Rendezvous is taking place this year in the capital city, and we will be getting together during the weekend. If you can make it, if you are living in the UK and you want to get the chance to meet up, then guess what? You have the chance right now. Because on Sunday the 31st of May, we will be getting together live in the centre of London. I hope you've had a good time today. I hope my lesson has been interesting and useful. I will be back with you next week. Of course, there will also be lessons during the week as well. There will be some surprises during the week. Don't forget also, you can follow me. I will mention this. You will follow me on TikTok. It is true, I now have a TikTok account, Instagram, and also I am on Facebook as well. So those are the ways in which you can keep in touch with me. That is it. There is no more. It is almost time for me to say goodbye. Catch you later. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope you have a great time, whatever you are doing, wherever you are in the world. Stay happy, stay safe, keep that smile upon your face, as you walk amongst the human race. And of course, until the next time we meet, you know what's coming next. Yes. It is time to do this. And say ta-ta for now. Stay safe.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun. Say goodbye to Duncan and all the lovely words and phrases of the English language. Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat and discover all the words and phrases of the English language. Learn together and have fun. Join with Mr. Duncan on the live